Hello, everyone, and welcome to our International Student Orientation Virtual. Today we have Debbie Harrison with us, and she's going to be talking about diversity and inclusion services and how important it is to understand your rights and understand your role while you are in Canada. Debbie, welcome, and thank you for being here today.
Thanks a lot. Quick check-in before I get started. I just switched around my presentation. So are you getting it on full screen? Yeah, I think you had a presenter mode before. Okay, great. That's the hazard of two screens here. So I'm really happy to meet all of you. I'm Debbie Harrison, and I coordinate a department called Diversity and Inclusion Services. It's a sub-department of student experience, and as Christina mentioned when we were chatting earlier, um, there are many student services. So you're meeting international student services here, and there are a number of other student services, and many of them clustered right in our office area. If I had my laptop with me, I would do a virtual tour for you and show you around, but we hope you do come to campus and come into the Learning Commons across from the registrar's office. It's in a room, the Learning Resource Center, where all the computers are, and you just walk down onto the right, and you'll see the student services, the big glass wall with the list of all of our services here, career services, student experience, off-campus housing, student rights and responsibilities, and diversity and inclusion services. So we hope you come by and visit anytime. We will be happy to direct you anywhere on campus that you need, any services you need. So, what is diversity and inclusion services? Our theme today is to talk about inclusion, belonging, feeling welcomed on campus, and respect, giving and receiving respect. So, our area is principally responsible for human rights, education, and supports for all students, regardless of where you come from. And so we offer support for anyone experiencing any harassment, any discrimination, or even just some kind of a barrier, to being successful at school that you think might have something to do with your identity and with your human rights. And we'll talk about what human rights are in Ontario and Canada very shortly. We also provide education. So I offer a wide range of workshops on many themes connected to your human rights so that you can build awareness and develop your portfolio while you're building your skills for both your stay here on campus and in Canada, but also for the future, because we know many of you will stay and work at least for a short period of time after your studies. So you need skills for the Canadian workplace, and you need to understand your rights and responsibilities here in workplace and as an everyday citizen. And finally, we offer leadership opportunities. Christine also talked about volunteering on campus. So we offer many leadership opportunities where you can put your knowledge into action and get to know other students and work with them on exciting projects. So what are human rights in Canada? So this is the Ontario Human Rights Commission set of what we call protected grounds. They're the parts of you that are protected by law. There are other rights you have that are protected by different laws. For example, your status in Canada is under immigration law, and there are many rules that affect where you can study, when you can study, where you can work, if you can work. Um, but human rights apply to any resident of Canada, regardless of your status. Doesn't matter if you're a temporary resident, permanent resident, refugee, citizen, visitor. When you are in Canada, these human rights apply to you. So on this wheel, you'll see all of these areas, these parts of us that make us unique. So they include our age. We can't be discriminated against because of our age. An employer can't say you're too young or you're too old, right? If you have the skills to do the job, you are eligible. Ancestry or race. So where we come from, and the color of our skin, right? We can't be discriminated because we're white, brown, black, any any race, any background. Our citizenship, so as I mentioned, doesn't matter whether you're a citizen of Canada or a citizen of Brazil or India, these rights apply to you. Ethnic origin, very similarly, so the cultural group that you belong to, quite specifically, so in more detail than just the country that you belong to, but the particular cultural group that you belong to, and the place where your origins are. Creed includes religion, so this includes religious freedom to practice your faith in Canada and and also to hold your beliefs. Disability. This includes both what we often think of as disabilities is visible disabilities, like physical disabilities or a visual or hearing impairment. But a disability also includes invisible disabilities, like learning disabilities and mental health problems. These are also protected by the Human Rights Code. Family status. So whether or not you have children, you cannot be discriminated against, okay? And nor marital status. So whether you're single or married. I know in some countries I've seen resumes from students who are used to doing their resumes back home and they put their marital status on the resume. We don't do that here because employers, landlords, um, anyone doesn't have the right to know whether we're single or married, and they can't discriminate. They can't say, I only want to hire married people because they're more stable. Or I only hire single people because they're more mobile and they'll work more hours and they don't have family responsibilities. So those are common areas of discrimination in employment, and you are protected. Gender identity. So no matter whether you identify as male, female, um, woman, man, or transgender, non-binary, you are protected and you can express that gender any way you like. So how you dress is up to you. Record of offenses. Um, so that's applying to Canadian citizens here at this point for you who have criminal records, um, apart from some restricted areas where obviously if someone has committed a crime against children, they wouldn't be allowed after their sentence is finished, they wouldn't be allowed to work with children again, but they can still go ahead and find housing and find work in other areas. They cannot be discriminated against because of that record. Sex, again, your biology. This would also include things like for women in terms of being pregnant, childbirth, and breastfeeding children. All of those things are protected by law. You'll be surprised protections and the accommodations that are provided for pregnant and nursing mothers. And sexual orientation. So whether we are attracted to someone of the opposite sex or same sex, um, your rights are protected in Canada. Okay, so that's a quick overview. If you have any questions about that, feel free to just pop them into a box and we'll stop and ask. But otherwise, let's talk about some of these services in a little more detail and how they apply to those human rights. So our supports are confidential and can be offered to individual students or groups of students, whatever you need, on any campus. And we provide information about your rights and your responsibilities. Now I see a question, mandatory. You might want to put more information of what you're asking about mandatory. Um, so I'm just getting little pop-ups on my screen, but Christina can come turn her mic on if there's more to that question for me. So we have many policies that protect your human rights on campus. Most directly would be the harassment and discrimination prevention policy or the sexual violence prevention policy, but many others like student rights and responsibilities and others will contain aspects of your human rights. We have a workplace policy as well against violence in the workplace, and about your safety. So that applies to workers and everyone on campus. Referrals to campus and community services. So there are a lot of different services on campus. And if we can't meet your needs somewhere on campus with expertise here, we will refer you to the community. And sometimes you need both supports. When you're going through something difficult, you may need the very specialized expertise of someone off campus. And we can connect you to other students for peer support. Sometimes there's nothing just like someone who's in this similar situation to you to talk to feel not alone. And all of our support can be helpful, but sometimes a friend is more helpful and sometimes. And so we have many peer mentors in the office from many different backgrounds, Canadian and international students in different areas of study, and they're here for you as well. Drop by and meet them. I can also connect you to spiritual supports in the community or to access resources on campus. So we do have quiet reflection rooms at Frost campus and at the Sutherland campus. So Frost is Lindsay, Kawartha Lakes, City of Kawartha Lakes, and Sutherland in Peterborough. Peterborough does have a washing ablution stations, as you see in the photo on the left. And we also have on our website faith community listings. So maybe you'd like a little tour of our Peterborough one. I have a brand new video for you. It's not done for Lindsay yet, but let me just open this up. Oh, it's not open that way. 1 second. Just share it directly. All right.
Welcome to Fleming College, a place of learning, growth, and self-discovery. Amidst the hustle and bustle of academic life, we understand the importance of finding moments of quiet and inner peace. Come discover the Reflection Room, a peaceful space where students can pause, reflect, and recharge. Step inside and you'll find a comforting place when you need it the most. This room is designed to accommodate various needs from meditation to prayer, quiet contemplation, or even just to close your eyes and rest. Many students find solace in practicing yoga here. It's a space to stretch their bodies and minds, promoting a healthy balance between studies and overall well-being. Now, hold on your party hat. The reflection rooms are all about quiet and me time. Sorry, no group activities are out here. But no worries, just reach out to Diversity and Inclusion Services on campus if you need help booking a room for your gatherings. The Reflection Room welcomes all beliefs and provides a haven for spiritual practice, encouraging a sense of unity and the understanding among diverse communities present at Fleming. The Reflection Rooms foster a sense of community and understanding. By respecting each other's need for quiet reflection, we create an environment of harmony and belonging. Fleming College is a welcoming place for all, and our reflection rooms are a testament to that commitment, providing a space where students can find comfort and self-awareness during their academic journey. Let's keep the snack and food for the cafeteria, folks. We kindly ask you not to eat in the quiet reflection room. The quiet reflection rooms are always open during normal campus hours. Why not visit? Here are the room locations. And for more information, please contact Diversity and Inclusion Services.
Great. Oh, so any questions so far? Just a couple more slides. I do hope you use.
So far, we're good.
You're all
The
good?
monitoring here, yes.
Excellent. So I hope you use the quiet reflection room. Let's just pop back here. It's wanting to go back to the video. Hold on here. Okay. So, a little bit more detail here for those of you who identify as two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or anything in that area, um, or you just exploring. We have a range of support services for you. We can connect you to other students, to the Pride Alliance Club on campus, as well as the 2S LGBTQ counselor. We have personal wellness counselors, and one is dedicated M. Osborne specifically to supporting our gay and lesbian and trans students. We have supports that you can self-serve, which is changing your first name. Now, any student can change their first name or what's known as preferred name in your student record yourself at any time, and it will change all of your record from what you'll see in D2L, your email, everything. So for example, I had a student working for me um, who went by Gurbinder, but her family name, people called her Golden. And if she wanted to, she could change her first name to Golden in her email. Can't change your last name, but your first name. We can also support you with legal name changes, and with that we refer to the Peterborough Community Legal Center. They have a trans ID clinic that can help transgender students who are transitioning gender and identity on their legal identification documents, and we can provide access to the name change bursary or the transgender bursary. We also offer educational opportunities for everyone to learn. So whether you want to learn about making positive spaces for your gay friends, or you want to tackle racism on campus, or learn bystander intervention skills to stand up for others against bullying and harassment, we offer many programs. They're all co-curricular record eligible, meaning that that symbol you see in the lower right corner, if that's advertised on a program or activity, then it's approved for your record. And I don't know if you had any chance this week yet to talk about co-curricular record, but very briefly, when you graduate, you'll receive a transcript of your grades and it'll show all your courses and your grades. Well, this is something similar, but all your kind of volunteer extracurricular activities outside of school, including some of your volunteering, and even some paid positions are also CCR eligible on campus, such as peer mentoring. And so you can get an official transcript. You can download it anytime from your co-curricular record and include it in your portfolio, share it with a prospective employer, and make it really part of your presentation. We also organize lots of events, celebrations. We've got some folks here, our performers in the lower left from most recent Black History Month showcase. And upcoming, when on the week that classes start, May 6th, you'll also see an exhibit of red dresses at both the Frost and Halliburton and Peterborough campuses during that week. And the red dresses will signify learning about missing and murdered Indigenous women. So you can learn about Indigenous peoples in Canada. Some of the history of colonialism has been difficult, and we're still working on making change. So many things that you can learn about. And one that's mandatory that you'll also learn about, I will be around next week for Thursday and Friday next week in the foyer with some fun activities to learn about this module. CCR eligible. This one, however, is mandatory. It takes about 40 minutes. You do it on your own, do it on your phone, your laptop, college computer, any option. And it's due by June the 14th. Okay, so please make sure you complete it. It's part of our commitment to make sure everyone understands about the safety on campus and about the issue of sexual violence, not only to protect ourselves, but to support others. And tomorrow in my safety session with the campus safety team, I'll be talking about this in a bit more detail. And finally, Diversity and Inclusion Services has many workshops available through the Emerging Leaders Program. So this will be available in September. Keep your eyes open for that. I do offer some workshops in the summertime as well that are eligible towards that program. And this allows you to pick a range of workshops from 10 possible ones. And if you complete 6, you can be an award winner, like Ridwan here, our award winner from this year, who completed 10 out of 10 workshops in the Leaders Certificate. So contact us anytime. I am in Peterborough, located, as I said, in the Learning Resource Center, LRC, Rostron Registrar's office. But I'm happy to come to Haliburton and Lindsay at any time. There's a picture of our Frost campus in Lindsay from one of our displays, but you can see the great welcoming student center there on the lower right. And I'd be happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Debbie. This is great. So many opportunities for our students, right, on campus, and so many supports that they have. So take advantage of those opportunities, and you will see. I see the picture of these students, and I recognize them from volunteering for different events, from a multicultural showcase and orientation, and it's just so great to see their pictures again, because they have graduated now, and they did so well, right, with the volunteer opportunities and getting their CCR for every time they volunteer on campus, but also not only the CCR, right, those opportunities that make them grow, right, make them feel that they belong more and more. Every time that they participate, they meet more people. So I encourage everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Build your network. Don't be alone in Canada. There's lots of people here just waiting to get to know you, and volunteering is a great way
Yes.
to make sometimes lifetime friends.
Mhm. So I'm monitoring the chat. So far, I don't have any questions. There was a question at the beginning regarding programs, but we are not going to be dealing with that question today. Tracy, I don't know if you want to connect with Bandana. Was right at the beginning of the chat.
Yeah, sure, Chris. I'm just trying to find the question, but I'll be fine.
Okay, thank you. So any questions for Debbie? Okay, so Parth is asking a little bit to you to explain about the CCR. It seems that their connection was a little bit lost and they couldn't get all the information. Oh, Debbie, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to speak about CCR. It's actually coordinated in our department by a colleague in the Student Experience Department, but I do have many programs, as do you, under CCR. So we call it CCR for short. So co-curricular, meaning like extracurricular, things outside of your academic curriculum. The extras that you do. And so if you've logged into My Campus already, if you scroll down that left menu where your email and D2L, keep going down, you'll see co-curricular record. Each of you already has a blank co-curricular record. And as you complete activities that are eligible, they will appear there. And you will choose from, we've associated all kinds of learning outcomes with the things that you participate in. You'll choose the ones that you think you learned from your record, and then save that record, go back to your main page, and you will see it there now. And as you build up that record, it'll build up, just like I said, like an official transcript. It prints up with the vice president's signature on it and everything. So it's an official document, and it helps, when you've got a portfolio and you have a whole bunch of certificates and things, it kind of gets Sometimes there's no way to really present that in an interview in a concise way. A transcript will hold a lot of information about CCR. So it really can help you be more employable in Canada. That's its goal, is to help every student, Canadian and international, to build employability skills. We hope you get involved in something. You're
Yes.
welcome, Parth.
Great. There's a question about the campus for supply chain. It is the Sutherland campus. Any questions for Debbie? You see Debbie around a lot, right, Debbie? You are
Absolutely.
the main foyer, you know, promoting different celebrations. Sometimes it's a week, you know, of celebration of something or awareness of something, and you will see her always in the main foyer. She's a friendly face you're going to be used to as you come to Sutherland campus. And Frost, you go to Frost as well, Debbie?
Absolutely.
Okay. There you
Yeah.
go.
Come see me Thursday and Friday. I'll be out in the foyer with my spin to win wheel, doing quizzes and giving out prizes and helping you get through your mandatory sexual violence prevention training.
Mhm, mhm. Harpreet, I see that you have something related to opening your portal. I'm not sure what's going on, but if you want to email international@flemingcollege.ca, explaining what is that, maybe put a print screen of what you're seeing or what the problem is, and maybe we can help you or direct you to how to solve this problem. Okay, thank you. Are there mandatory CCR is the next question, Debbie.
To my knowledge, the sexual violence prevention training that I coordinate is the only mandatory program that's CCR eligible. Everything else is voluntary. The focus of CCR is volunteer, things that you join voluntarily. But we do give a credit for it because we think the learning is really important in this module.
That's great. Yeah. I find it really interesting, the CCR description, because all the employers, when they see that, is a language they understand, right? They understand
Absolutely.
what the student
Absolutely.
has done, and it's really important when you are applying for a job to have certain skills, and those skills in the CCR will help you as well, right?
Yep, those learning outcomes that I mentioned that you'll select, they're all written with language that comes right out of top essential employability skills in Ontario. The top things that employers are looking for. They're looking for critical thinking, teamwork skills, initiative, awareness, self-awareness, awareness of community.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Global awareness, I have seen that as
Global
well.
awareness, yeah.
You get that with the multicultural showcase, for example.
Yes,
Alcohol. That
exactly.
and the also the Global Friends Cafe. Also,
Mhm.
you get that with the your CC.
Yeah. Many departments. The library runs a lot of programs that are CCR eligible that include, they'll boost your learning around academic areas like academic integrity and so on.
Mhm.
Counseling offers a lot around areas of mental health. So there's many, many different types. Student councils run activities. Academic areas run activities. Yeah.
As we wait for more questions, I'd like to just remind everyone that we're going to have a Canadian Culture Kahoot game tomorrow. And in order for you to play, you can just sit down and watch, it's fine. But if you want to play and win prizes, you will need to download the Kahoot app. It could be on your phone because we'll be playing. So you will have the Kahoot app. It could be on your computer. And you'll be eligible to play the Kahoot Canada Culture game that we're going to play tomorrow. I just ask that everyone arrives at 8:45 instead of 9 o'clock when the session starts so that we can help you if you have any problems. Usually people who download the app earlier they do not have any problems. But if you do have any problems, we still have time to help you and getting you into the game, right? So if you want to play the game tomorrow, please download the Kahoot to your phone. Make sure you're logging to the session like we are today, right? And maybe a separate computer so you hear the instructions and you can play on your phone. So you're going to need two devices, one that you're going to be logged in into the meeting, and then another one that you're going to be playing the Kahoot. So I hope to see you tomorrow to play the Canadian culture. We're going to have fun. Let me see if there are any questions here. Debbie just put the website for
Our web.
diversity. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You'll find everything there. Descriptions of your human rights, links to policies, training programs, information supports for gay students, the spiritual affairs, where to find a local church or mosque. It's all on that website. Check it out.
Fantastic. Yeah, so we'll wait a little bit, and if there are no more questions, just a reminder that we are going to have another session after this one. It starts at 10:30 our Canadian time. We are and you're going to be having a tour of the portal with Ron. So Ron will be here and he's going to be doing a tour of the portal. He's going to be showing D2L. We're going to be talking about how the portal works, and that's going to be your main, let's say, page, right? That you're going to be visiting every single day, right? To check your email, to check what your professors are asking from you, right? Maybe sending us an email, right? And if you need to connect with International, just remember your Fleming email and your portal. That's the way we communicate with you. So once you're a student at Fleming College, we are not going to communicate with you on your private email anymore. It is your Fleming email. That is your official way of communicating with faculty and also with the services here at Fleming College. So we wait a little bit to see if there are any more questions. And if there aren't, we can end the session.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you all virtually, and I hope to see you in person next week.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for once again being here. Every semester you are and you give this great presentation, and we are lucky to have you. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending the session, and if you're in Canada, come and see us. We want to connect with you both in Lindsay and here in Peterborough. If you are around, please drop by and talk to us. Let us see your documentation, right? See if it's correct. And if you need to do anything, Stephanie is nodding her head because she knows that I'll repeat this in every session, that we should check your documents, your immigration documents, to make sure it is correct before it's too late to fix it, right? Okay, so you have a great day. We'll see you at 10:30 for the student portal and D2L tour with Ron. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.